他是日本人的克星，在中国打日本人不过瘾，非要勇闯日本拳坛暴揍日本冠军。中国95后最强拳王横空出世，不管是日本冠军还是日本排名第一，通通被他打得站不起来，撑不过一回合。他就是70公斤级最厉害的中国拳王欧阳锋，人送外号吸毒欧阳锋，拥有千斤之力的重拳，只要被他的重拳命中，日本冠军不是当场昏死过去，就是直接抬走。在日本拳坛轻松斩获16战16胜16次 KO， 欧阳锋已经快把日本冠军打灭绝了。就在欧阳锋在日本拳坛称霸之际，突然杀出来了一位德国世界冠军帕斯卡，他是日本官方斥巨资邀请到的特殊嘉宾，目的就是击败欧阳锋，恢复日本拳坛正常制度。这家伙的实力非常恐怖，纵横拳坛10余年难求一败，一招高鞭腿更是让他玩得出神入化， KO 了一位又一位世界冠军，超高胜率加上超高的 KO 率，让帕斯卡的身价翻了好几倍。日本官方能邀请到德国魔鬼哥助阵，必然是花费了巨额钞票。看来这一次日本官方是下定决心要给欧阳锋穿小鞋了。从来没有遇到过中国选手的帕斯卡，则是在赛前大放厥词羞辱欧阳锋。
目前70公斤级世界排名中，还没有出现一位中国选手。尽管欧阳锋的战绩是挺好看，不过也只是虚有其表而已。跟我对战的话，我在第一回合就会将他狠狠暴揍 KO， 让你们中国人好好瞧瞧什么才是世界冠军。
面对日本官方邀请的这位特殊嘉宾，欧阳锋非但没有畏惧，而且还下定决心是要击败帕斯卡，继续统治日本拳坛。话就不多说了，来让我们欣赏一下欧阳锋的精彩表现。请长按3秒点赞。比赛开始，红色拳套是中国选手欧阳锋，蓝色拳套是德国魔鬼哥帕斯卡，俩人的优劣势相当之明显。欧阳锋的身高比帕斯卡矮了5公分左右，面对强势来袭的帕斯卡，欧阳锋虽然在前期占不到什么太大的优势，但欧阳锋的拳法和腿法非常精湛，总能在对手不注意的时候打出出其不意的进攻。
Counter right hand down the tube. Schrutt looking for the inside thigh. Outside leg kick from the German. Uppercut from Feng, a ripper on the inside. The corner of Schrutt called for the knee and he threw it. A man who listens to his crew. Good right hand from Feng.
Feng pushes a hell of a pace as we've seen in his previous matches. He's very good at mixing up.
从未与中国选手对战过的帕斯卡，其实内心非常瞧不起中国选手，从比赛一开始就对欧阳锋发起主动出击。反观欧阳锋也不是什么容易欺负的软柿子，也会适当对帕斯卡实施精准的重拳出击。如此一来，帕斯卡也是对欧阳锋提高了警惕，并不敢小瞧眼前这位称霸日本拳坛的中国选手。
Double jab to body shot from Schrutt.
Bravo, Pascal.
Corner appreciating the efforts here of Pascal Schrutt. Saying bravo, Pascal. Uppercut off the lead hand from Feng. Harry's the kicking leg, not allowed to catch and counter the kicking leg under these K1 rules. Uppercut's a body shot from the...
帕斯卡的试探动作还在继续，毕竟是首次和中国选手交手，需要一定的时间来适应比赛节奏。反观欧阳锋则是对外国选手的战术打法非常了解，只需要简单的了解之后，便可以对帕斯卡发起一波接一波的主动进攻。不服气的帕斯卡也在寻找合适的机会对欧阳锋发起防守反击。
Backs it under the right elbow, drives the right hand down the center. Exquisite punching combinations from Ouyang Feng in the first round.
Ouyang Feng has a win over glory fighter Christian Baya. But he's here today representing the welterweight championship in K1 and joining this tournament to show why he is the best in the world.
高手之间的胜负往往都是在一念之间。已经熟悉比赛节奏的欧阳锋时时刻刻都在对帕斯卡发起进攻。反观帕斯卡内心也很清楚，欧阳锋要是没点硬实力，怎么可能在极短的时间内称霸日本拳坛？面对眼前这位身高魁梧的帕斯卡，欧阳锋则是以游击战术为核心来与帕斯卡进行对抗。
Their wives would tear a piece of their clothing off and wrap it around the arms of their husbands to give them good luck in battle. Mothers will do the same to their sons. That's where the Prajet armband comes from. Big right hand! Final 8 of the K1 Max here at Yoyogi on July 7.
第二回合开始了，晃来晃去的欧阳锋再加上游击战术，这就让帕斯卡吃到了不少苦头。占不到优势的帕斯卡对此也没有任何办法。刚想实施反击的帕斯卡很快就遭到了欧阳锋的回击。拥有一双大长腿的帕斯卡，自然是以腿法进攻为中心与欧阳锋展开对抗。 反观欧阳锋则是用拳法慢慢攻克帕斯卡的防守。
Back in from Pascal.
This is what I was saying about the pace of Liu Yangfeng. He sets the pace and he keeps it going. Pascal Schrutt is trying to unload with his combinations, his kicks, and trying to keep things in his tempo. But the pace is all Feng right now.
Two very big middleweights here. Ouyang Feng at 181 centimeters. 185 on Pascal Schrutt.
擂台上的欧阳锋打得越来越趁手，所实施的所有进攻都能精准无误打在帕斯卡的身体上。时间正在1分1秒流逝，帕斯卡挨揍的时间越来越多。然而欧阳锋则是利用灵活的步伐，时时刻刻都在给帕斯卡压制力，甚至连一次反击的机会都不给帕斯卡。
Sauer, Petrosian, Kraus, Masato, they were not as big as Ouyang Feng or Dengue Silva. Oh, Pascal Schrutt receives a count and says to referee Paul Nichols, what for?
Yeah, well, you can see he did get up very quickly, but, you know, that was a flash down in the rules of K1.
Body shot from Ouyang Feng, he hurt him to the body. Shut off his right for the picking, here comes Ouyang Feng. The body attacks. Shut off.
被读秒一次的帕斯卡变得非常老实，在欧阳锋面前也不敢调皮了，拿着拳头做着防御动作就开始猛压欧阳锋内围。反观欧阳锋可不是四肢发达的小喽啰，有机会发起进攻，欧阳锋绝对不会浪费。然而帕斯卡就有点狼狈，根本不敢发起任何主动进攻。
Diesel piston. High kick. Nice lean back and counter from Ouyang Feng. Liver shot again. Turns him with that left hand. Schrutt taking enormous punishment here. Inside leg from the German. Another round for Ouyang Feng. Has not made a mistake yet.
对于欧阳锋来说，帕斯卡所实施的进攻都是无用功，就连最基本的压制效果都起不到。反观欧阳锋一直用游击战术来回拉扯，不仅不给帕斯卡实施有效进攻的机会，而且还会给欧阳锋创造很多合适的进攻机会。
Spinning back fist from Pascal. Trying to raise his inner Akimov. K1 Max Final 16. Jabs early on from Ouyang.
第3回合开始了，掌握比赛节奏的欧阳锋压制力很足，拿着拳头就开始狂轰帕斯卡。反观帕斯卡还在用腿法来与欧阳锋进行对抗，看来还是欧阳锋打得太轻了。此时的欧阳锋不仅占据着大比分优势，而且还控制着比赛节奏，想暴揍帕斯卡一顿比喝杯水还要简单。
In this third round, he really has to finish Feng in order to make this decisive.
Lovely uppercut and overhand right from Ouyang Feng. Power-laden in that right hand is the Chinese fighter. He sets it again, backs off Schrutt. Body was looking for the head afterwards. On the front foot, Feng. Pascal sitting down on that.
帕斯卡所实施的所有进攻都很轻盈，对于欧阳锋来说，这些进攻很容易个挡掉。此时的欧阳锋已经放弃了游击战术，而是更改成了猛打猛冲的战术。不管帕斯卡实施什么样的进攻动作，都无法让欧阳锋停止对帕斯卡实施有效进攻。
Stinging two-punch combo.
1-2 straight down the pipe onto the face of the German. He's doing the right thing though. He's listening to his corner. He's not getting carried away with the moment and the mind games that can happen when you start to think, I'm losing this. Listen to your corner. Believe in the process.
Body again from Ouyang Feng. Kicks the back leg. Stumble there from Schrutt.
人人都知道帕斯卡很厉害，但大家都忽视了这个常年称霸日本拳坛的欧阳锋。在绝对的实力面前，德国魔鬼哥也不太行。从来没有对战过中国选手的帕斯卡，这一次应该对中国选手刮目相看了吧？欧阳锋直接采取了追着暴揍的打法，只要能打2拳，欧阳锋绝对不会只打1拳。
Corner calling for Schrutt to sweep the leg. It's not permitted though under these K1 rules. Nice knee, upper left ribs. They're telling Pascal go forward, don't take backward steps. Right hand side of the head there from Fung, then goes inside thigh. On the outside now, Ouyang Feng.
很多外国拳王身处劣势的情况下，都会实施一招转身边拳，这就是典型的背水一战。能命中欧阳锋的话，极有可能会被转身边拳当场打昏死过去。反观欧阳锋并没有放松警惕，毕竟德国魔鬼哥是一位名副其实、经验丰富的世界拳王，绝对不能因为小失误而让帕斯卡逆风翻盘。
Ouyang Feng is going to win this one. Victor Akimov and Ouyang Feng. And the final entrant to join them will be the winner of our next fight between Hiromi Wajima and Daryl Verdonk of
最终，欧阳锋凭借绝对的优势获得了胜利。就第一回合，帕斯卡获取了一点优势，但欧阳锋在回合尾声又夺回了点数优势。其后2回合都是欧阳锋压着帕斯卡打，并以完全碾压的方式暴揍了帕斯卡2个回合。如果满分是100分的话，你会给欧阳锋打几分？视频到这就结束了，咱们下期不见不散。